Continuing with this, what I've done is I've gone ahead and mixed out most of the grays, and let's see, what I'm missing is value 4. I'm gonna need more ivory black. So 5, 4, that's pretty good. A little bit darker. And I'm gonna scoop that up and place it right in value 4. I think I maybe could go a little lighter with it after all. And put it right there. So with the gray string, what I have now is a complete string. This is gonna be value 1, which is gonna basically be the same. What my goal is that I'm trying to make a red, a yellow, and a gray all in the same value, so that what you end up with are rows of values that that match. They may differ in hue, but they are the same. They've been equalized for value. And I'm going to show you how I do that for yellow and for red. I'm just going to put a little bit of black on there. Okay, so now moving on to yellow. I'm just going to clean this, scrape this off, clean it up. Okay, so with yellow, the yellow string of color, basically it's going to be a combination of white with yellow ochre for lighter values, and then yellow ochre and raw umber for the darker values. In other words, halftone values and shadow values. So what I'm going to do is start by taking white and just a little bit of yellow ochre, and you're going to see this make about a 9. So let's say we've got, yes, 9th value. Now, one sort of shortcut, if you will, is buying the pigment Naples Yellow. This is Naples Yellow Italian. So I'm going to put that next to this so you can see how similar they are. You can, of course, buy Naples Yellow as a way to mix out a value that is, you know, about a 9 as well. It's somewhere between a 9 and an 8. But you can see that they're very, very close together. Naples Yellow is also just a little bit more chromatic. I don't know if you can see from there how they are a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to mix these together. But if you're looking for a more chromatic value 9 for yellow, then you can use Naples Yellow. And then what I'm going to do is to make the 8 and 7, I'm going to be mixing yellow ochre with Naples Yellow. Or, you know, in this case, Naples Yellow, or you could just be mixing white with more yellow ochre. And that's going to give me a value 8. And then last but not least, a value 7 for the lights. So this is about a 7. It's a little bit lighter than a 7. More and more these days, yellow ochre has been coming out of tubes at a darker value. So what I may end up having to do is actually darken the 6th value just a little bit. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to darken this to more of a truer 7th value. And then I'm going to take the 6th value, and now what's going to start to happen is to get darker, the raw umber is now going to come into play. So to get a darker yellow, we're mixing raw umber. Okay, that's a little bit better. So you can see the gradation that's beginning to happen here. more raw umber just to start to make these darker values. So this is about a little bit darker will give us a true fifth value. Okay. Four. Doing this upside down is a little tricky. And let's get 5. That's good. And then 3. It's pretty good. And a 2. And the way that I'm judging the value of the color is that basically wherever I place the palette knife, if what I have on my palette knife is very obviously darker than what's behind it, then I know that's not the correct value. As I move my way down, as soon as it starts to disappear, and sink into the background, that's when you know you've hit the right value.